Hey guys, welcome to one and all to DbdKmp plays. The best new in the house plays Populous. Now this game is not exactly an actual full playthrough because, well, I mean I could do it on tutorial or conquest, but or custom and make sorts of things. But I can take this into a playthrough to where I kind of one-off shot it every once so often, that kind of thing. And I can every once in a while. But this game will be, it's one of my favorites. I know quite a bit about this game, unfortunately, because I played quite a bit of it. Can't say I've truly fully beaten it like it should have been done, but you can either do tutorial, conquest, or custom. Now, custom, I think, because yeah, well, it's copyright Bullfrog 1989. That's pretty good. It's licensed by Nintendo. This game is uniquely based in the fact of actually building, and you have a selection of whether or not you want to build by castles, towns, also known as villages, etc. Or, it's all by that. What you'd have to wait till, like, someone actually builds something right away. And you can choose either side. The unfortunate thing is that in one, you can't start as evil until you actually played the game as good, I think. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I actually played this. But you can pick sides completely on custom all the time. I know that for a fact. And with this game in particular, there are codes that would save your progress, but the unfortunate thing is it's not really saving your progress as well. That's another unfortunate thing about this. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's got good fidelity. It's one of them builder type games. It's has to do with people landing. It starts out with a leader, and have to grow, and you could have knights. You can have. I'll show you what I mean by knights and what they do but literally, most of the time you won't have access to knights because they don't allow that. But you can play a mode where you can have knights all the time. There is one I particularly like, a favorite above all else. They're all pretty good though. It's not to say that I'm trying to favorite one of them above the other. Like, there's so much better. But in a sense, it is because of what it can do. Now, I like all of them, don't get me wrong. But the one I like, I can't think of what it is now. I'd have to go through it all, and I don't want to skip through it all because it would take me forever to go through it. So what I'll do is I'll play the mode, and I can do that. But either way, in this game, what you want to do is you want to basically set up. It'll take you a little bit. I remember back in the day, when I played this, believe it or not, that because see, okay, let me explain something here. All right, in order to explain that part, there's this arrow that goes up and above, and you gotta, basically wait on it to move, and it's fine, but you also gotta make sure that you don't take your time wasting, your time, unless you got it on sleep mode. But even then, you gotta make sure. I mean, if you're going to put this, when you build, you might want to. I'm not sure how it works because it's been so long as far as that goes. Because I don't remember. I don't know if it. I think you need to have it on. Don't quote me on this until I play the game because we will in a little bit. Maybe the next episode. But anyway, because this is sort of an introduction video to the game. So anyway, this is Populous. There's a sequel made for it, but the unfortunate side about it is it's not on Nintendo. You might find it more or less on, like, I think it's like Game Boy or something like that, and it sucks, and it's not half as great as this game. It's an okay game, don't get me wrong. It's got good aspects and stuff like that, but this game, in general, was the original that put it all on the map here. And even though that game actually has nothing to do with Bullfrog, you think it wouldn't be a true Populous, and, but either way, neither one of them can be an actual like a playthrough where I can do this every single day. Um, because that's how I mean it's a good game, but it's like it takes forever just to do things because of that. But anyway, the arrow thing. Back to that last track there. Sorry, I was like trying a lot of things there once. Anyway, the arrow thing will go up and down, and what this arrow thing will do for you is that because it's like you have to wait for it to do things. Now the other side will be building up pretty fast, and they don't build until you build. But they can have a lot more than you already done, which really sucks. So, but either way, I would definitely suggest that you invest into doing what you can. I typically like to be on the evil side because it really doesn't matter because they both are like the same. There's not really. Let me just explain something there. There's not really any such thing as really good or evil because they both do the same kind of baloney hole crap when they take out each other. Which in this game it's red and blue, so it's like blue versus red or whatever. And red really isn't evil, nor is blue, because I mean they do the same thing. You can take down knights with regular troops with enough force power. That's not the hardest thing in the world. So really, I mean, there's also Armageddon, which means it evaporates all your knights and it takes out all Armageddon mode. But you have to wait till the thing gets all the way down to there, and it has to be part of it. In other words, the game will allow you only so much when you're actually playing tutorial or conquest. Let's do that without starting. Without conquest, anyway. Not without conquest. Even on conquest, if I can even talk. There's an option, and it automatically sets it up for you per level, and it does it randomly as well. So what it is with Armageddon, it also picks the land where it's because see the map starts out where it separates everybody. And most of the time, when you play, you'll see troops mostly scattered, different places, but not far enough, luckily. But majority of the time, you'll only see one of them, which will be your leader. And ultimately, I mean, whoever side you're on, ultimately you want to be able to take over enough land, or have at least a fully up deal, and basically you're gonna have to like take over the land and take them out because they're gonna come after you, and that's what they do. That's what the AI does. It comes after you almost constantly. Your characters, or not characters, but your villagers that are warriors, I should say, not just full villagers, but anyway, they'll go up there and attack as well. Give them enough time. But it's also a good idea to build up your troops, before they start taking over. You can actually overly power your leader and have him take over castles and stuff. And that would be fine. But the problem is that they're also limited to how much they can do unless you wipe out their deal so many damn times, which is stupid. That's another thing I don't quite like about this game, I've discovered. But anyway, this game is pretty good. It has a lot of good aspects. I like the building feature of it, but the problem I have as well is that it can be slow and it can be hard and monotonous to the point that you might be frustrating and pulling out your hair. I wouldn't actually be pulling out my hair because it's not that bad compared to what other games can do. But I mean, like, that's almost the frustration level if you were talking about back in the day, when you're a kid, I guess. I don't know. I never had that. But anyway, a little fun factor. But I mean, I know I've gotten a little frustrated with it, but I've never just got to the point that I would just about want to break it or anything. I just kind of got like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So in the meantime, you're waiting because you can only build so much land. And, and I can't remember if it has to be uh, um, warriors or villagers that make it more faster. Um, but I do remember that with this game, it is so unique that you have. I mean, it's pretty good for building. It is. It's not really a good strategic game. It is. It takes your strategy as well. It's not really a good sophisticated strategy game where it's got a lot of you got to put a lot of strategy effort into it. No, by no means. But in any case, this game can be, very can be fairly difficult, but it's not all that difficult. And what you're seeing in that picture is not real. You're like, I mean, it can be real to the point that you'll see towers in the game, but what you'll never see is that door that's being lowered because they don't have that in this game. It's just a picture image. Probably if they put this in 3D, they would be having that. But even on Populous 2, you don't have it. I didn't play it very much. I've discovered it, and I knew that they had it, but I didn't know how to get a hold of it. I thought maybe it was on Nintendo or something. It turns out it was on another one. A whole new console. Which sucks monkey balls. So, I mean, as great as this game is, you know, but with this game, there is just so many good aspects and so many bad aspects. It's like your pros and cons, like with any game. But a lot of games just don't have as much problems as this game does. This game doesn't have so much problems that you can't actually play it, other than to the complete satisfactory to every level. To like, say you don't want any problems, well, you ain't gonna get that. Well, to be fair, technically you wouldn't get that with any game you ever played. So, with this game, you have the uniqueness of actually seeing an entire village be created because of what can happen on the sideline walls. Because even though you'll have a bunch of castles, but you won't be able to create castles at a certain point because it limits you because of what's on the map. So really, um, you're not talking about one of your typical RPGs where you can just like make as unlimited as you want. You can basically make as many as you can. But you still have to build up land and stuff like that. You can't really do anything with the castles other than just kind of raise them up a little bit to make them go out there, or because you're going to be wanting to do that anyway, so that in case you want to make like knights or make them strengthen them, so that if someone like the AI or the enemy decides to try to take over, which can happen anyway, it's only a 1% chance, no matter if you get your forces strong enough, you know, per building structure. And even though that the leader can make off with more and more structures on his own, it will get stronger, but they get weaker because he takes a lot of the majority by himself and just lands and puts it there. But you can make them more stronger if you allow your people to go into that point and make them stronger, which is a good plus. I mean, it's not really all that bad. It sucks that he does take away the strength, but again, he gets weak with himself as he does that because he's leaving behind. It's like basically leaving behind troops, but not enough force, which means you have to build it up anyway. So that's a good plus. And so anyway, tutorial. I don't think it really gives you much, if anything. It's kind of like I guess an easy campaign. I don't know. Custom, I believe, is where you can just definitely play on there. But anyway, this has been Populous Episode 1, an introduction video to the game. And I hope you all enjoyed. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. put on that notification bell and check out BitChute. Keep it in mind because right now they have Zelda, and I will be doing more constant videos up there. Hopefully we can get all the videos to mirror up there. I'm not guaranteeing like all the old videos, or especially ones before it got linked up. So, you know. But if not, I can always record those and basically, put them up there. I could do that. I'm not sure how I would ever be able to do any older videos without getting in the way unless I just take off my logo, which I could do that. But I don't know how it feels about the format because of how they were being recorded. So, the older the video, the older they are. And you won't find links on them because they're pretty old. Once I permanently move to BitChute, I don't know if I might, like post links or something. But either way, just so you can just like check it out to get a full video. Because, I don't know, I'm just wanting to move permanently. Right now I can't because I'm not able to. And I got 100 and some videos. Actually, plus a little bit more. But that's only so because I have. Let me be right back. Okay, so we're back. Anyway, I have quite a bit of videos that are gonna be a little bit of a spoiler here, but they're for different game projects that are gonna take over. One of them's an update video. I'm gonna wait until I have a nice backlog, healthy backlog of like about 5 videos. Actually about 4, to be precise, so that I can at least go ahead and post another video of Mr. Quest. Right now I only have that, and Super Mario World has only, let's see, well, let's see. Zelda needs to come back, but it can't come back right now because I'm still in the midst of going through it all again, and it's unfortunate. But I could just skip through everything and not even bother to finish recording on BitChute and just go on up there and build. But that thing is a pain in the butt, especially because of the third pennant. The third pennant was a major pain. If you've seen that video, that was a pain in the butt. But I'm gonna have to just like take him off screen, take him on off screen, and just like oh yeah, I got the pendant because for reasons being that he likes to throw me off the edge, and it's not easy. So, but yeah, I got 100 and some videos here, and I want to make sure that I am going to be uploading. Let's see if I go to my channel, which you can't tell over there, but if I were to look it up, see right now, he has that much. It's kind of like that. But if I go here, it'll tell you I have 107 videos. And that right there is not bad. Now, the thing of it is that I actually have more. And what that's showing is what I got public. It's not total. So, with the total, let's see what we got in private here. Okay, well, that would be the recent ones because that's all gone now. And I don't care if I run out of update videos, because once they're gone, they're gone. I'll still make more. I just won't do them every day. This is something I do rarely anyway, just plain straight, there's no gameplay footage or nothing, so you can concentrate on what I'm saying, or and concentrate on whatever you want to do, and still be able to focus on what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, we got. What are we talking about now? 1, 2, which is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 120 videos, if I'm reading that correctly, because it's at 107. So and that's not all total of what we have because it's not including the private ones. The private ones are altogether. Let's see again. Um, Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So 1, which is 18 of Link to the Past. 2, which is basically 8 for 18. 19 is 9 for that. It doesn't really matter what it is right now, but yeah. And then 10 for no one. I need to rename it anyway. Um, you know, 11, 12, 13, right? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So yeah, 120 altogether. Anyway, that's what I got. And in the next episode of DbdKmp Plays, which might be a while because this game here, I'm just going to take my time and try to kind of record it casually as I go along. Populous. Welcome to one and all to Populous. But yeah, so I'm just gonna record it casually, not something I'm gonna be doing every day because it's a game that you take your time, build, and that's kind of the strategy. Even though you want to ultimately take over the enemy or take them out, because either way, you still have to take them out. I mean, they still have to die, but at least you don't have to worry about taking out their castles and having to bury their castle so you can get more room to make your whatever your deal is. And I will say this much though before I go: the score does not matter. It matters nothing. All it does is just say that you're a victory once you've just basically defeated them. That's the main ultimate goal, is to completely defeat them by not only surviving but building up your defenses, your towns, your castles. Once you have enough troops and etc and stuff to basically do that, even if you use Armageddon, which you can easily end the level by doing that. But I wouldn't take the chance unless you have enough troops built up, because a lot of the time you will lose. I mean, if you don't mind losing, because you can have fun losing. Yeah, you can. I mean, just about any game, pretty much. It can be annoying at the while, but so can winning, depending on how you're supposed to do it. When you're like, if you can't do it, it can be annoying. So anyway, bye bye.